Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and this is my 10.5-inch iPad Pro. It's a little bit over a year old. I've been using it every single day just about since it came out, and this is what I use while I'm on the go. And this has been a really great device. It's held up well because I've been using the leather sleeve. It holds the Apple Pencil well, plus I've got the smart cover on it, so it doesn't have any scuffs or anything like that, and it's just held up well. Now, it is a little bit different than the previous iPad in that this camera sticks out a little bit differently, maybe a little bit further. It has been upgraded compared to the previous iPad Pro. It's faster, and it has a little bit different design as well. So we do have a thinner bezel on the front. Let me move these aside. You've got the thinner bezel on the front, which is nice, a larger display, and also you've got the iPad Pro speakers here, which is one of my favorite things. They're nice and loud, very clear, and they give you that stereo sound when you're watching video with it. Let me turn it on and unlock it here. Now, I have True Tone turned off just for this video, but the display in general is phenomenal. Now, you may or may not like True Tone. I actually do like it. I know people that don't, but if I turn it on, you'll see it will change to make the whites look more like paper. So it's not necessarily true white. So if you're into photography and things like that, you're definitely going to want to turn this off when you're editing and then turn it back on if you're not. There's also night shift, which kind of yellows it because it's pulling the blues out, and I do find that I use those most of the time. The display, I've never had a problem seeing it. It's nice and bright, no issues there. And honestly, after using this iPad, it's hard to go back to another iPad because not only the ProMotion, but the display's vibrancy and just the way it looks overall, this is my favorite Apple display. Now, the iPhone X has a really good display and better blacks because it's an OLED display, but because this has ProMotion and everything is so smooth on it, for the most part, with the exception of iOS 11 causing some issues, it's just incredibly nice to use. So there's a little hiccup there you may have seen, and that's really due to iOS 11. On my iPad Pro 12.9 that I use around the house most of the time, this is what I use on the go. I use the 12.9 in the house. This has a much nicer display than that one, but that running iOS 12 is much faster. So we'll see that in September on this, and it'll just be really super buttery smooth. So the display is a great reason to use this, and something I look forward to use, and I read books and news and things like that on this. Not so many books, but maybe some magazines, things like that. So I've used it for editing video. It edits really well. 4K video is no problem. You can throw any video at this. It's just super fast. You could use that or iMovie. Also, games are really great on this. So maybe you want to play PUBG or this version of Portal, the Bridge Constructor Portal. This is a great game. It's really fast on the iPad. I've had no problems playing that. And also Fortnite's doing an update on this one, or installing some information on here. It's just really fast. You're never going to run into a problem. I've got all of these loaded into memory. You'll see they just pop up that fast and there's no issues. So that said, I would say the one negative about this is the price. It's about $1,000 with this particular model. Maybe you want to get a cover, so you're somewhere around $1,000. This has 256 gigabytes of storage, and $1,000 for a tablet is a lot. However, this honestly, if I wasn't editing videos here, this could be my main computer around the house. So it just depends on your use case. Also, if you're an artist and you want to use the Apple Pencil here, the Pencil with this combined is a really great tool. Whether you want to just sketch or draw something serious, this is one of the best tools out there, unless maybe you have a Wacom tablet or something like that and you're using it on a bigger screen. So this is definitely recommended if you have the money, and it's something I really enjoy using. I can't wait until the next version of iPad comes out just so I can have a display like this, and I'd love to see this display brought onto an iPhone because it's just that good. I don't have a whole lot more to say about this other than that it's my favorite Apple device right now, quite honestly, other than maybe the larger iPad Pro of this if I had the newer version. But otherwise, this is is one of my favorite devices, and after a year, I think it'll be fine for years to come. It's just super fast and great to use. If you've got one, though, I'd love to hear your experience with it in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.